All for you, I'm down and diligent. Just know I'm down and diligent. I'm down and diligent. Ay, mama always working late. Daddy didn't work today. I got all these bills to pay, and I'm not even thinking straight. Probably twisting up a wood, trying to see what's up today. I've been engineering all my music, feeling all type of way. Drowning in my thoughts, I might get lost up in this tidal wave. Maybe I'm just tired of Seattle, I need brighter day. I get way too high, I lose my mind, I'm thinking all type of shit. Look you in your eyes, I see a star, son, your future lit. Smiling at your mama, all in love, that's my type of chick.
Yo, what's the deal, man? Y'all tapped into the D.A.D podcast, known as the Down and Diligent podcast. You got your boy Big Day up in here.
You got Dez in the building.
Man, your boy Joey in here. Y'all go like, subscribe. Follow us up on all social media platforms. We got the Facebook. Facebook been going up, but
Facebook been going up, man.
Facebook been going up, man.
Been in the algorithm.
Right.
No noise.
Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, man. Follow us up. Man. Hit that subscribe and notification bell.
For sure, man. Y'all definitely do that, man. We appreciate everybody that's been tapping in. Everybody that's all our new subscribers, man. We appreciate it. The comments, you know what I'm saying? Hilarious, bro. All that. Y'all keep kicking that shit, bro. We appreciate it for real. But, man, we're going to jump right into it. It's a lot been going on. And we got a real special guest up in here today. We got Carson Royal up in here. You feel me? Straight out of Scottsdales, man. My peoples, my brother, man, my family, man. Really appreciate you for coming through, locking in with your boys. You've been locked in for a minute.
Sure.
I said, man, my partner, man, he really got a story.
Yeah.
Y'all developed a cold little.
I was like, yeah, that's my boy. I was talking to him like every day. Come to find out, I didn't even know I was talking to you.
For sure, man. But we got my boy Spook up in here, man.
Yo,
It's a pleasure having you, G.
man, it's a pleasure
Look,
to be
man.
here. Thank y'all for letting me be here.
For real.
Well, this is our third Carson person, third, yeah.
Yeah.
We getting the
yeah.
Carson in this bitch, yeah.
sure,
Man,
for sure.
Carson in the building, you know.
For
Don't
sure.
sleep on us.
Hell yeah, most definitely, man. I'm gonna say, it's just, bro. I'm proud to see you
Thank
where
you.
you at right now, bro. Especially, you know, we come from young dudes, wild in the streets at a certain point in our lives, but to see you still here, being a father, being diligent to the stuff that you believe in, man, it's good having you, bro.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, for the people that don't know, let them know where they can find you at on platforms and a little bit about yourself, what you got going on right now.
My platform is South Bay Music Management. That's the name of my company. You know, manage artists. I don't want to say I manage artists, but you know, I just give them a helping hand when I can. If it's useful for them, it's useful for me all the time. But if it's useful for them, then you know, I'm the man to call. But a little bit of myself. I'm really not even from Carson, California, to be actual. I'm really from South Central LA, born and raised South Central LA. But my family, I got family that's from by way of Carson. They moved to Pomona when they mom moved to Carson. Then that's when I start functioning with that side of the family. I was still young, 5, 6. You know, I got a cousin. I got 2 cousins. You know, one of my cousins, Dwight, Baby Bam.
Yeah, for sure.
Free Baby
Shout out
Bam,
Free
too.
Baby Bam, man.
But my other cousin, I call him my brother because we look alike. But he really my cousin, Big Slim. Feel me? They always was in Scottsdale every day. You feel me? Running around. Slim actually stayed in South Central Los Angeles. You feel me? So when he was to go to Carson, you feel me? I'm trying to get out there too because, you know, Scottsdale's, that's like a whole nother world. You feel me?
Yeah.
In one world. You feel me? So it was like everything was in there. You know, the candy house was a store to us, you feel me? You know, the cigarette house, the liquor house, you feel me? And every other neighbor was either family or a homie from the hood, you know? So it was just like all love in there, you feel me? And they embraced me, you feel me? So I always wanted to be over there when I was a youngster. I really didn't even get to hang out over there till I turned like 14, 15. So when I was,
That's some age. That's the age, yeah. That's
yeah, you know. And then the big homies, you know, they was like, you know, y'all can't hang out with us, you feel me? Yeah, y'all might want to be from here. Y'all might already is from here, but y'all can't hang out on this block with us. Y'all better go around the corner because if y'all pop see us or if your mama see us, you know, they from the hood. And of course, who would want their kids to be hanging out in the hood with other adults, you know? But at that time, it wasn't frowned upon like that. You feel me? You know, oh damn, you know, he over there with his big cousin or his uncle or something, or his auntie or something. But at the same time, they had respect for your parents. So like, oh hey, get away from here, you know, because if your dad pull up in his gate and he see you right here, you know, later on he gonna be asking me questions. Hey, what my son was doing over there with y'all? I don't know. Y'all ain't got him selling dope or anything like that. I'm not saying that was me, but I'm just, you know, saying that for example, because nowadays, you feel me, a older person, they really don't care about the young generation. You feel me? This young generation is so fucked up right now. You feel me? It's not like how it was back in the days. But anyway, though, yeah. So I grew up in L.A. My mom and dad. You feel me? I came from a mom and dad household. You feel me? I got 2 little sisters. Feel me? I'm the only boy. You know, so I was rebellious on everything and anything. I went to all Crip schools. On top of that, you feel me? Niggas really didn't know where I was from, or I wasn't even from there at that time, like actually put on. But that was the hood that I was claiming for sure.
Yeah.
When I first got to Scottsdale, back when I was like 5, 6 years old, I automatically knew right there, this is where I want to be from. Feel me? Because that was the first hood where I seen a person that looked like me, a light skinned dude, and all red. You feel me? Like in South Central LA, you rarely see that back in the days because it's just a whole bunch of Crips. You feel me? So, you know, when I seen that, I'm like, damn, that dude look good in that all red. And he light skinned like me. Like, oh yeah, that's who I want to be when I get older. You feel me? Or I want to be like that person, not to say him. But yeah, so I went to all Crip schools. I went to Washington High, I went to Henry Clay, Manhattan Place. That was the elementary school. Henry Clay was the junior high.
You went to Crip school.
Yeah, I went to all Crip schools. You feel me? You know, the real Crip
Place,
schools,
for
you know,
Yeah.
where really when you go to school, you wasn't going to learn about education. You was learning about the streets and, you know.
What happened last night?
Politics. There was politic in there.
Politics and all that, you feel me? And that was the life then, you feel me? So, you know, yeah, I grew up with some Crips, but like my heart was a blood, you feel me? And they knew that because I was telling them niggas that, and they was like, man, shut the fuck up. Man, you ain't no Crip. You live over here with, you ain't no blood. You live over here with us. You know, but it wasn't until I got older, you feel me? And, you know, later on in life, people like, damn, you really was what you said you was. Like, I'm seeing you in this little shit and that and that. Like, I know that dude. Like, you don't know that dude. Like, nah, I knew him. Like, he was running with us. Not saying he was a Crip or nothing, but
He was a homie.
he was with us. You feel me? He was hanging out with us. So everything he was saying was true because look at him.
I got a question for you, bro. Real
Yes,
quick, not to stop you, but
Yeah.
is Scottsdale and like Carson? Because there's not many like projects or something in Carson. Is Scottsdale considered like a project?
No,
a project?
townhomes.
Townhomes.
Yeah, townhouses.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, got it.
Town-
got it.
And everybody say that, you know, like when you're from the projects, you know, people be happy to be from the projects. You feel me? Oh, yeah, I'm from Nickerson Gardens, or I'm from, you know, Imperial Courts, or I'm from Jordan Downs.
You mentioned the first one right here. I'm from the projects and I don't claim it. I'm from Long Beach.
Okay.
But
I'm saying is, you know, but like, you know, it's like a prideful thing.
Like a
you feel me?
badge of honor.
Yeah.
It's like a badge of honor to be from those places. So, you know,
you can
when
go see my name in the gym type shit for the All-Star
Right,
team. All
right.
that,
But then, you know, when they be like, oh, you know, damn, you from Scottsdale, you from the Carson Projects. Like, we ain't no projects. Like, yeah. When I was younger, it looked dirty as hell in that motherfucker. You know, it looked like you gonna die in here, like coming around over here playing games and shit. But like the people that live in there and the people that's from there, you know, they wouldn't even consider it no projects. You feel me?
Okay.
You know, we townhomes, we
Yeah.
townhouses.
It's
They-
always
it's
been
a-
like family oriented over there
Okay,
too. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Because my people's just stayed in there for years, man. Family from there and all that. So
I just been
I
going
could
to the
def-
parties over there.
contest what he just saying.
And it's-
Parties went crazy,
Parties went
garages,
crazy.
all that. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's some big. It's a big.
They're like
spot,
three
a big
bedrooms,
house.
4 bedrooms,
Yeah,
all
It's
type of
it's
shit.
it's a
Nice size.
It's if I'm not mistaken, you know, because when you're from somewhere, you got to know the history, just not know the gang part, but the actual, you know, the area and stuff. And I want to say it's like at least like a 400 unit. It's 400 units up in there, if I'm not mistaken. Either 400 or 300, one of the two. But you know, it's
That's a lot.
pretty
You'll
big.
get lost in there if you don't know your way. Them half
Yeah.
cuts and shit.
Oh yeah,
really, you know
half
what I'm
cuts,
saying?
them back
Yeah.
gate cuts and all that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you get lost in there. But yeah, you know, so yeah, I went to Manhattan Place, went to Henry Clay, went to Washington. You know, the gang stuff always been a part of my life. You feel me? My father, Okay, my father, he's not a gang member, but he was raised around the Black Pea Stones in the jungle area. You feel me? My dad, he went to Dorsey. My mom, she went to Crenshaw. You feel me? So she was raised in the between the 30s and the 60s and the 40s. My pops, he was raised in the J's. You know, so my pops, he went to Dorsey High. I don't want to say famous, but he's a known basketball player from those days, like back in the 70s and the 80s and stuff. You feel me? He graduated from Dorsey High. He got a scholarship to go to Hawaii College. You know, he was gonna get drafted, but you know, unfortunately, something happened in Hawaii where he had to leave Hawaii and came back to South Central. Went to Trade Tech College. I believe he graduated from Trade Tech College, but he played basketball for them when they had a basketball team. And yeah, like I said, he could have got drafted to the NBA, but you know, probably that wasn't on his mind. You feel me? God had another plan for him because my dad, he's a pastor now. You feel me?
Okay.
So yes, I am a preacher's kid. They say those are the worst kids. You feel me? Preacher's kids and police kids. You feel me? So yeah, I am one of those preacher kids, and you know,
It's not that y'all the worst kids. Y'all know how to y'all know how to put on that mask.
yeah, I had a mask on for a long time.
Yeah.
I still wear a mask to this day. You feel me? Just because my whole life, I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You feel me? And that's with the church and with the streets.
Right.
You feel me? Like now that I'm older, it's starting to be more for with the streets. When I was younger, it was with the church. You feel me? Like I'm hanging out every Sunday. My pops, my pops used to pay me just to come to church. You know, like it wasn't that he had to pay me, but I'm not gonna turn down the money. But
sure.
you know, like, is this where you want me to be? I'm gonna be here.
Let me ask you this: at one point in your life, did the streets influence you the most? Was it survival?
Surely.
Was it just the influence? Was it what was it?
So what it was, like I said, I came from a 2-parent household. Most of my friends, it was 1-parent household. So I always wanted that experience. Like, damn, how would it feel to just live with your mama? Or how would it feel just to live with your dad? Like most of my homies, they had 2 bedrooms, one at their mama house, one at their dad house. You feel me? So, I always wanted that. I don't know why did I want that experience. I wanted to feel like how my friends felt. Like sometimes they might not get a hot meal at nighttime. Sometimes they might not have a way to make it to school when they live 30 blocks away from the school, so they can't go to school that day. They got to stay at home or whatever the case may be. Like, so I always felt like, damn, what's the what ifs if I never had the 2-parent households? And, I grew up like my friends grew up, like in a 1-parent household, never knowing when their next meal was going to come, you feel me? Not knowing if they had a little change to catch the bus home from school or whatever the case may be. So, like, that was the type of influence I had because the people that live in the one household, either their parents is at work 24/7 or their parents don't care about where they at. Feel me? So, and most of my friends, their parents was at work. Maybe a couple of them didn't care where their kids was at because they was already consumed by the streets. But those kids that did have parents that had a job, you feel me, and they were still in the streets too. So, I'm like, man, hey, we get to do this, we get to do that, and me, oh yeah, I gotta be home by a certain time, you feel me? Not before the street lights come on, I gotta be home, you feel me? Or, it's an ass whooping coming. Or, you gotta do the dishes or something. Like, damn, I see the homie, like, look out the window, like, damn, it's 9 o'clock at nighttime. You still outside? Like, damn, I'm trying to go outside, even if niggas not out there doing nothing, like, which they wasn't, you feel me? I just wanted to be around, the people that I'm hanging with every day.
I feel like you was more rebellious though, because you had that. Because I know maybe your friends probably wanted what you had,
For sure.
2-parent, and
surely.
you kind of long for
Sure,
what
for
your
sure.
friends had.
For surely, I was rebellious. I was the black sheep of the family. You feel me? Like, my friends couldn't, only like the people that, was with me from elementary to high school, you feel me? They could tell you that, oh yeah, he got a mom and he lived with his mom and dad. But like other friends, you could never tell that I came from a 2-parent household, you feel me? Because I'm the baddest out the crew. I'm the nigga that's gonna take the first hit. I'm the one that's not gonna run when the police come and any of that type of stuff, you feel me? I'm gonna stay the longest, I'm hitting the cars up when they drive past. And
You feel like you had more to prove though, because you was in from that situation.
I feel like I had more to prove, but then once I start proving it, you feel me, and I start falling in with the homies that's doing the same thing that I was doing, it was like, I didn't have to prove nothing no more. But I just still wanted to do it because I was skinny, Back then, 8th grade to the 12th grade, I weighed 90 pounds for them 5 years. So maybe 100 pounds. So like I'm the lightest one out here. Like, oh yeah, I got to get off first.
Yeah, because the nigga picking you first.
Yeah, of course. It's gonna break me. You feel me?
Picking you
So
first, yeah.
I gotta get off first. Or if it's something on the ground, and I'm grabbing it. Hey, you using a weapon? Hey, look how small I am. Yeah, I'm using a weapon. You feel me? But I was still willing to get out there, and people were saying that like, he's skinny and all that, but he the wildest.
How many children do you have?
One. I have one official children. You feel me? But I do claim other people kids. You feel me? Just because I'm 0% sperm count. You feel me? I got a rare disease that's called the Klinefelter disease. You feel me? It ain't no sex disease or anything like that. It's just something that I was born with. You feel me? And I didn't know till I got of age. Because like I shake a lot, you feel me? Like they used to call me baby shake a lot, you feel me? Like I have a extra chromosome. Guys have XY, I have XYY. You feel me? So the YY does something to I don't want to say it in just the regular way, but when I'm just gotta say it how the way I say it. When I come, the nut, when it hit the air, it dies. You feel me? So even if it transfer into the woman body, once it come out of me,
yes.
the eggs die automatically. Why is that? I don't know. It's a part of the Klinefelter shit. I never really researched none of that shit up or anything, because when I first found out about it, feel me, I was still like young. I wasn't even thinking about having kids. I'm just living my life, But then when I went to jail and I was facing 30 years because I had some crazy shit that they found in the house. I ain't even gonna say what it was, but I had some crazy shit that, black people don't have. You feel me? So, boom, they found that. I was supposed to get 30 years. By the grace of God, I ended up getting a new district attorney. She didn't understand the case that I had, so I ended up getting 18 with half, which was 8 months. I did my 8 months. I did like 10 months, and I came home. When I came home, me and my girl, we was trying to have a baby because, like, I could have just did 30 years without
no legacy.
No legacy,
nothing.
You feel me? And my last name is important to me because my dad represents the last name good. His brother, their dad, is an evangelist. He rest in peace. My grandpa, his name Forrest Lowe. He's a well-known, respected man in the church world. You feel me? He was an evangelist. You feel me? Evangelist Forrest Lowe. You feel me? So like, that's crazy. I got a crazy story about him. And my dumb ass was smoking weed in my house. You feel me? My parents, they was gone one day, and I had a bathroom that was in the middle of the house, and it had a fake window on the wall. But I always thought that shit was real for some reason. But when I opened it up, it was a brick wall behind there. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's a fake window? Why would they have a fake window in the bathroom? Not even thinking none of that. Boom, roll me up some weed. I'm smoking it in the bathroom, put the little tile up under the door. Nobody's home but my grandpa. Then my granny come and with my little sisters and stuff, and I can hear them when they came in like, what's that smell? I'm like, oh, shit. Like, let me hurry up and dump all this shit. Feel me? I dropped the little joint up in the toilet. Grandpa came to the door, do. Hey, open the door. He had a deep voice. I can't mimic his voice, but he had a deep voice. It sound like God itself talking to you. Like, hey, what are you doing here? You smoking weed in the house? Like, how stupid can you be? Like, oh, it's a window. Boy, that ain't a window. Look at bricks. Like, oh shit, it is bricks. Feel me? Then, boom. So I got in trouble. He poured all my little stress in the toilet. I was mad. Like, damn, like, you don't know what I did to get all that.
Right.
Man, like, what are you doing? Then later on that day, after he whooped me and all that shit, because that was during the times where, kids was getting whoopings. Your grannies, grandpa, next door neighbors can give you a whooping if you acting ass. Then he came in the room and he said, hey, those gangbangers you hanging with, you better stop it, because you're going to go down the wrong path. And he didn't know who I was hanging with. I ain't coming in the house telling them what's going on in the street. So it's just like, scared me and shocked me. Like, damn, how this nigga know that I'm running around with gangs?
They see,
and stuff?
they talking.
I asked you if you had children, right? Just to understand, like, what at the point in time that you did hop in the streets, and obviously your behavior was shifting and it was changing. Did your dad ever take notice of that? And did he have that conversation with you? If
Okay,
so, what
so
was that like?
my dad, basically, so this is what my dad told me. You feel me? He like, hey, God gonna come in your life one day, and you gonna get snatched up, and you ain't gonna understand like, what's going on. You feel me? And it's been a couple times that I feel like God then came and snatched me up. You feel me? And I knew what was going on. I just couldn't, I wasn't ready to let go of what's going on in the streets, or what I had. The influences that I had on people or people had on me, and I wasn't ready to let go, and still to this day, like, like I said earlier, I got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So, but my dad, he always been like, see, my dad, that's my guy. You feel me? Like, if anything, that's my real big homie. You feel me? That's my real superhero. You feel me? Like, people always, oh, I look up to Kobe Bryant, or DJ Quick. Those are like people that I used to look up to, and I don't know why, because I never even met those guys. But this guy right here, I go to sleep every night in the same house with him. You feel me? And like, my dad is an interesting man. Like I said, he played basketball. It's other things I can't talk about. You feel me? But he has an interesting story as well. You feel me? But he's the type of guy where he's laid back and the past is the past. Like, I don't want to talk about the past. I'm just thinking about the future and going forward. So I don't want to say my dad did not notice that I was like hanging in the street. It just was like you
Probably already seen you had your mind made up.
right. He's seen that I had my mind made up, and he was like, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. Obviously, I can't stop you, but one day, God gonna snatch you up, and you gonna know what's going on. So, did he ever try to not stop me? Of course. Every time I used to go to Scottsdale's, Sunday morning, he picking me up. It don't matter what time it is. We going to church, boy.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't go back to Carson till next Saturday. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, he'll let me go out there, but I gotta find a way out there.
Yeah,
He
you
ain't
gotta-
taking me to.
You got to get there.
He's not taking me to where the badness is. If you want to go over here that bad, you gonna find your own way.
Mhm.
Feel me? So that's how I've been like my whole life. Like, if I really want something, I'm gonna go find my own way. I'm not gonna ask nobody for no help, no handout. I'm gonna find my own shortcuts and get there.
Right.
Or if I gotta take the long way, I'm gonna take the long way.
You mentioned like being 1 foot in and 1 foot out, right? For the longest. But like, what do you feel like is still attracting you to that lifestyle of being 1 foot in and 1 foot out?
I ask myself that every day. Like, man, the streets is trash. If the streets is trash, they've been trash for a long time now. Like, let me not say the streets is trash. It's just the new generation.
Yeah, the
that
people
make
in the
it
streets is trash.
because the streets have been the same way
Same
before we
generation.
was born. You feel me? When Solly D was in the streets, if he was ever in the streets, when he was a youngster, the streets was still the same. You feel me? It's just the people that is born and come up into the streets that
But
make
when
the
did that
streets feel
change
different.
though? How did the people change? Where did that
What-
come from? What was
Whatever
how did that become the
whatever their
streets?
background is, I can't tell nobody how did the people change. I can just say from my experience, So my experience is just you get all these second chances in life. Me personally, I know people that don't get those second chances in life
Mhm.
that die. They don't got a second chance in life.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, like, and they were younger than me, or they may be older than me, and it was like, damn, like, you did this and you did that, and they did that, and now they gone. Like, let's live different. Let's try to change it up. Let's change the narrative up. And yeah, I say that to myself, and I want to do it, but then when it comes to it, I wake up the next day. Yeah, where I'm going, I'm about to go to the hood. What's over there? Who over there? Ain't nobody over there.
My comfort though.
But I'm about to go over there because that's my comfort zone. I ain't got to be over there all day, all night like how I used to be. I could go up in there, chill in there for 5 minutes, 30 minutes. You feel me? An hour. Might be all day. Now that I got a job, it's not going to be all day,
I was just about to say one thing I always respected, bro, about you, because I was always the same way, bro. No matter where you at a hood, at a repast, at a wedding ceremony, whatever, bro, you'll cut shit short. Like, nigga, I gotta go to work.
I got to go to work, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And
And that's solid though. because
because-
you didn't get caught up
Man,
in
what?
too much fun or what people was doing. And we see that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We see that all the time. Niggas might get loaded or something. Man, fuck that job, man. I ain't, you know?
Hey, I didn't been to work faded. Like I like to work graveyard shift because I'm just used to hanging out on like see, everything that I do is based around what I used to do. So hanging out in the hood till 7 o'clock in the morning time and actually staying up through those hours and probably being bored in between 3 in the morning and 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, but I'm still hanging out with adults. So as I got older, when it was like time to get a job, you know, like, oh, what position you want to work? Oh, I do graveyard because I'm used to staying out all night. You
I'm
feel
a
me?
graveyard merchant too. That's
So-
my shit too.
But it was like challenging because I was still hanging out in the hood at nighttime. Then once 1 o'clock hit, like, damn, I gotta go to work, go drive away to Malibu. I'm faded, super faded. I gotta drive over here. And then once I get here, now I gotta perform my job duty. And it's like, that's not gonna happen because I'm loaded and there's nobody there. And I'm gonna sit in my car all night and go to sleep. People could probably steal
Yeah.
some stuff that I gotta watch that I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be watching. But it's like, hey, now it's becoming like, why are you going to work loaded?
Mhm.
I know why you're going to work to get the money, but you can't go to work loaded because you can't perform your job. Even if you don't have a performance at the job and you just sitting here watching the gate.
Right.
all
You ain't on point like
Yeah,
that.
but
You,
you
might
can't-
think you are. It's
Right.
gonna feel like you are, but you ain't on point like you think.
Man,
you
look
are.
at here. I didn't went to work loaded one night. Going to work I used to work in Malibu. I used to be a security guard in Malibu, watching them make those nice, beautiful houses out there. So I'm leaving the hood. It's like I gotta be to work at 2 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock in the morning time. I'm like, oh, I'm late. But the dude who I cover for, you know, he good. You feel me? We had this little system like, hey, if you however many hours you late, that's what you pay me from off your check. Smooth. We had that going on for like a good 5 months. Not knowing he wasn't gonna be at work that night, and it was a whole totally different dude. But I'm thinking he knew the little
Yeah.
routine. Like, hey, bro, don't call, the supervisor. He like, oh no, it's all good. I didn't. Never believe nobody would nobody tell you, especially no other race.
Come on, man.
Because man, once he left, the next thing you
Oh.
know, the supervisor pulled up and was like, hey, what time you got here? I'm like, 12 o'clock. He said, no, you didn't. You got here at 3 o'clock. I said, huh? Like, that nigga's told on me. Like, they wrote me up. They was like, you know what? We got somebody coming out tonight. You can leave. I was happy though, because I was still faded. Like, damn,
Yeah,
I can't watch this shit right now. I'm still faded. But at the same time, I was upset because, and I didn't have nobody to be upset at but
But yourself.
myself.
Yeah, fact.
Because I wanted to be in the hood and get loaded.
Right.
I let being in the hood override me being sober at work.
Yeah, responsibilities, yeah.
Right.
But no, you never listen to another race. You feel me? You never. If you
I
black
learned my lesson right
in
there.
California, I'm sorry, you can't listen, especially a Hispanic. You'd never listen to
Nah,
what
he
they got to
wasn't a
say.
Hispanic.
I'm just saying from what
He was
is
Asian. but-
Like, I'm just
No.
saying, I'm some real shit. You can't, because they don't want you there. Even if they acting
And
cool
I
with
didn't
you the
know
whole
that
time.
when in the street, like the street life and the working life is kind of the same.
It definitely
You
is.
feel me?
dog.
Because it's other races that don't want you at this job.
Nope.
Like the job I got right now, it's only one Caucasian man there.
Yeah.
But before I worked there, it was like a whole lot of Caucasian people working there. Now it's all black.
Yeah.
Feel me? And he's the only Caucasian guy that worked there. I'm not saying he's mad at that, but deep down inside, he could be like,
Hell
"What the
yeah.
fuck going on? Like, why is all
Hell
these
yeah, he mad
black
at
motherfuckers
that, man.
working here?" And I'm the sole surviving last person of the great white height. But it's all good. That's my boy. Shout out to White Zach. You feel me?
Yeah.
And the working world and the street life is the same because none of the races get
for
along.
sure, man. It's a lot
feel
of
me?
politics,
None
picking
of 'em.
sides at
You know,
work and all that.
Who wants the more money? Who
Yeah.
controls the blocks? Who controls the working area? You feel me? Who's making more money? Who's making more money in the hood?
Who got the best shift? We gonna get him out the way. We want
Night
that
shift is the best shift to me.
Let me ask you this.
sure.
We talked about almost getting 30 years. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about a time. Can you take us back to a time, if any other examples,
Mhm.
that you realize that what happens in the streets with this generation of people and different people that people let in neighborhoods that's probably not even supposed to be there, right? When that could either cost you your life or your freedom. Was it a time that you can remember
Yeah,
before
so
that?
when I first got put on, probably like a couple months later, you know, dog,
Yeah,
homie in the wheelchair.
yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
Now this guy Hispanic, you feel me? But this a black man stuck in a Hispanic body. You feel me? We done ran across a gang of people that's like that. You
Yep.
feel me?
One of my best friends like that.
Right, you know, so, you know, my boy, he got shot, you feel me? He in the wheelchair, he permanently in the wheelchair. He got a spinal cord damage. And yeah, so but at this time, you know, he was like he was
Yeah.
the youngest in charge and doing it up. And on top of that, he was Hispanic, you feel me? And we surrounded by Hispanic gangs, you feel me? And they wanted him to be from their gangs because they knew how active he was. And that was his name, Active. Feel me? So this one in particular day, we finna have a party in the hood. But he had his chick with him and he didn't want his chick to be there. So, he wanted her to go home. She just lived right up the street in Wilmington. But like that fast, things can happen like that fast. Just 2 minutes away, shit can happen like that. Me being young, dumb, active, you feel me? I'm just going with the flow, So we driving through Eastside Weimar hood. Yeah, I think was that Eastside Weimar or West? I think it was Eastside Weimar. Yeah, we on Eastside Weimar side. So we driving through their hood, when his girl is on the phone the whole time while we driving through their shit, about to go drop her off, and we drive past this one street. It's like super dark. There's street lights on the street, but the trees block the street lights, so it's just pitch black on the street. And it's a party going on that street, but it's like in the middle of the block. You can't tell because the street is pitch black. The next thing you know, some girl just pops out from out of the darkness, like, oh, that's my homegirl. Let her in. Boom, got in. She's like, yeah, they just beat me up down there. Woo, woo, woo. I'm listening. But I'm not like trying to join in the conversation. But I'm with all the bullshit. I'm with all the business.
Yeah.
Feel me? So they like, yeah, let's go back down there. Active telling me like, hey, bro, don't go down the street. Like, but me, I'm dumb. I'm young. I want to see some action. I'm going down the street, bro. Go down the street. Feel me? They like, oh yeah, there go whoop de whoop, there go whoop de whoop, there go whoop de whoop. Feel me? So made it to the other side of the street. Instead of making the right, I made a left and just went back into the madness again. For just dumb reasons. I just went back into the madness. Went back into the madness, and it was just like, man, like I never seen that many Mexicans till I went to jail. But it was just like 1,000. I ain't gonna even put that much on there. But it was like 50 East Side Weimars and 50 West Side Weimars. And the East Side Weimars and the West Side Weimars, they beef. You feel me? So they're in the middle of the street arguing with each other, And
they beef for Bloods too. So
yeah.
So y'all wasn't supposed to be there.
They beef for Crips too.
Yeah, they beef, but
at this time, it's just a Blood area, Paru area, and the Mexican area. Mm-hmm. But long story short, you feel me? The homie, he jumps out, you feel me? Because his girl and her homegirl, they jump out. Boom. I guess they went to go jump in the fight. The homie jump out. Now, when they jump out the car, I'm finna smash off. Like, hey, bro, I know this your girl, but fuck this. We out of here. Feel me? She good over here. We not good over here. Especially I'm not good over here. You a Hispanic. You might could blend in with the crowd, but I know I ain't good over here. But right when she jumps out, I'm finna smash off, and he jumps out. And
you can't smash off
when he jump
now.
out, I'm like, damn, like why this nigga get out the car? Because this my boy. He put me on the hood. You feel me? So this is my guy. You feel me? Till this day, he's still my guy. So I'm like, damn, why this nigga jump out the car? But when he jump out the car, like he blends in with the crowd, so I don't even really see him no more. But I can hear the crowd. The crowd is like, hey, we've been looking for you. Then that's what the East Side Weimar say. Then somebody from West Side Weimar is like, hey, we've been looking for you too, fool. Like, own him, trying to get him. That type of looking for you. And then I jump out. When I jump out, but all attraction to me. Like, I'll never forget. I had braids back then. I cut my hair, but now I got the dreads when I came home from jail. But I had braids back then. And I'll never forget this. Like, I can still feel it like right now as I'm talking about it. A dude, I'll never forget what he looked like. I can describe him right now, but I'm not. But he had on all white that day. He had on all white from head to toe. White hat, white gloves, white hoodie, white pants, white shoes. Feel me? And when I got out the car, he grabbed me like this. And he put his gun in between my braids. I could literally feel it in between my braids. He was like, "Nigga, you ain't supposed to be over here. We can kill you right now. You know what? I'm about to kill you right now." And then I heard the homie say, "Hey, that's the homie." Cracked his ass, and it was going up. Feel me? Like, I'm like, oh shit, like, what if his finger would have accidentally slipped and pulled the trigger or something? But, it's just all these things I'm thinking at once, but the homie, he down that way. I'm right here. We chunking them, when people like trying to jump you, like you really don't get hit. From none of them hits. You feel me? Like you just down, and like I literally was like down, like I said, I remember this day vividly. I'm looking up at all these guys. They're punching, but they're not hitting me. Like they're just down there punching. Like I don't feel no hits. I'm literally looking at them doing this shit. I crawled out of that shit, and they still down there. Boom, 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 boom. Get him, fool. Get the mayate. Get him. And I'm looking like these niggas don't know I'm out that crowd.
Yeah.
And then so I get up. I'm looking for the homie. I'm calling his name out. Ant dog, where you at? Like I said, it's other day he blend in.
He in his other little melee, yeah.
You feel me? So I remember he had a black hoodie on. So I'm like, hey, bro, let's go. Come on, get in the car. I'm in my auntie car. She gave me this car to go to work in.
Yeah.
I'm playing hooky from work to go to the hood. So man, I'm thinking it's the homie. You feel me? But it ain't the homie. Feel me? I'm like, Ant dog, let's go. He like, fuck you, nigga. Boop, boop, literally start shooting. I'm seeing the bullets fly past me. I turn around, I start running. Didn't know I ran down 3 blocks. I thought I just ran down to the next blocks, but I ran down 3 blocks. I'm hearing the bullets. They flying past me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm praying, God, please don't let me get hit by none of these bullets. Like I said, I ran down 3 blocks. As I'm walking down this one street, they must didn't see me go down that street, but they're on the next street. They like, yeah, we ain't leaving till we find him. Like, they was on me.
Yeah.
Feel me? I'm like, damn, I can't hide under no cars. I can't hide in nobody's backyard because it sound like they jumping over walls and hitting backyards and stuff. Then next thing you know, I just seen this random person just standing in the middle of the street, a white person, like, just standing in the middle of the street. Y'all hear gunshots and y'all out here and standing in the middle of the street.
Trying to see what's going on.
Right, you feel me? Hey, being nosy and shit. They like, hey, are you okay? I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. I'm all like, hey, let me use your phone. She's like, oh, I already called 911. I'm like, 911? I'm not finna call them. I'm finna call my folks. Because like I said, we was just in the hood. They about to have a party. The homie don't want his girl there. So, and things happen that quickly.
That quick.
Like that quickly. I called Baby Bam. He said, hey, where the fuck y'all go? Y'all was just right here 5 minutes ago. I'm like, 5 minutes? It felt like a whole hour this shit been going on. Like, nah, you only been gone for like 5-10 minutes. Hey, I think Ant Dog got shot. You feel me? We just got rushed. Woo, woo. You feel me? When I say cavalry came, the whole hood came. 10 cars, 20 cars deep over there. Feel me? They taking Ant Dog away in the ambulance. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Like, didn't know that was him at first, though.
Yeah.
Feel me? Yeah. That's when they told me, like, yeah, what happened? How Ant Dog get shot? What? That nigga didn't get shot. He was just right there. Nah, that was him that left in the ambulance. I'm like, damn, that should have been me leaving in the ambulance. But like, that nigga saved me. You feel me? But like, that was a life or death situation because like like I said, I can remember that shit vividly. Bullets flying past me. People jumping, grabbing me by the face and putting his gun to the back of my head. Yeah. So it was just like, did I thought I was gonna die? No. That's crazy to say that. I didn't think I was gonna die. I could have died though. But it never came across my head like, oh, you gonna die. Maybe you get jumped. Maybe you get shot. But you're not gonna die though.
Yeah. We was just talking about like when you in the middle of chaos, that shit seems so long. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, 5 minutes seemed like we're talking about like you could be in a fight. You feel me?
Right.
Fights, you could be in a fight for
2 minutes, and that shit felt like 3 days.
Man.
But my next question that I did want to ask you.
Yeah, but like you said though, not to feel that way they're not dying, but that's somewhere y'all shouldn't have been though.
Of course, no.
Everybody know we can't really go to Wilmington like that. You can't even.
We shouldn't have been over there for sure. That's one thing.
They'll trip on you just driving past on that little what's that little Avalon or whatever. They'll trip out on you. Yeah.
Anaheim. Yeah. All that.
So you talk about being 1 foot out, 1 foot in practically your whole life and still battling that now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is it? What mind state are you trying to be in? And what is it that you need to do?
Can I add on something to that? Or do you feel like you're so good with 1 foot in, 1 foot out that you was like, oh, I'm good at this shit. I can do this.
For sure that.
But do you ever get rest though like that?
No. Like my phone rings constantly, like still to this day. Like I'm about to be 40 years old. You feel me? This year, if it's God grace to let me see 40, but like I've been getting called an old man since I was 35. You feel me? I got buku young homies. You feel me? And it's like I don't want to say I looked at them like they were my kids or I was the father figure, but it was just like, damn, I got responsibilities out here. You feel me? And I can't just leave these young niggas out here to be crash test dummies or to be crash dummies.
Leave them in the hands of another
person that ain't gonna do it because I'm raised off the old school rules. I still live by that. All this new stuff, I don't dig it. I don't like it at all. So if it's gonna happen, I'm just gonna exit building stage left and just go do me. You feel me? I'm comfortable with that. But to answer your question, it's just I don't know, man. Like I could leave with my Walker papers. What's that from the Army? You get your honorable discharge. And I believe and I feel I can do that. You feel me? And I could have did that. And I probably have done that. You feel me? Just when shit happens, I'm gonna get that phone call. And I feel like, damn, I'm getting pulled back into this shit. You feel me? So that's what I mean that I'm straddling the fence of, trying to not, because like I'm not a gang banger.
Come on.
But I'm still a member. You feel me? And I still hang with the gang bangers. You feel me? I'm not per se to be on the front line, but like when action happen, I'm there. I'm there.
You trying to weave?
If the action happen, I ain't gonna weave up out of it because.
No, I mean like weave to the front. Like what's going on?
I feel like I need to be there because maybe I could talk a nigga off the ledge.
Yeah.
Before this war, bro.
Yeah, before somebody, like you said, you get the call. If you stop picking up, they probably go call the person that's gonna be like, that's crash. Yeah, crash.
Feel me? And then if that person crashed, then they're following, not saying that that's a leader, or I'm not even saying that I'm a leader. I am a leader, but I'm not saying follow the leader.
Yeah.
Feel me? So if that person get called and, he the leader, then it's gonna be follow the leader and they're gonna crash right along with him. Feel me? And I don't want that to happen to even him. You feel me? I don't want you to crash. You feel me? I want you to be able to if you fall down, I want you to be able to get up so you can continue to go.
Yeah, because you're in a sticky situation. Yeah, because if you crash and you don't, like you said, if you don't crash, now it's politics on you. Use a buster. But if somebody was like, nah, we can broker this, and then it's like, all right, we can make somebody that wasn't even trying to do no shit like that. We can
alleviate the situation.
Yeah.
Feel me? So it's just like look, I go to church. You feel me? Like I've been going to church for my whole life. You feel me? Yeah. It's been Sundays that I miss, especially when I was younger. You feel me? But since I've been home from jail, like I really like, cause look it, I don't care what no man say, no woman, no man say. You go to jail, you're gonna be like, man, this ain't, because I just went to jail 2 weeks ago. You feel me?
I thought
actually I saw
the whole time.
I think I seen that too.
And I had posted up, and it was my hood day.
Yeah, the hood day.
It was our hood day. Feel me? And I didn't even want to have hood day in the hood. You feel me? Like I was the advocate of like, let's go somewhere else because I don't want to deal with the police. You feel me? And the situation happened where we didn't have it nowhere else. Let's go have it in the hood. And everybody know I'm that person. You feel me? Like I'm the one that's gonna go talk to the police, and we gonna be straight. You feel me? You know, it ain't that I'm buddy with the police. Hey, I know what to say to these guys. You feel me? Like, hey, you know, blah blah blah. It's a community day. Whoop whoop whoop. All right, you know. So they gave us a time limit. I just didn't know they had gave us a time limit. You feel me? But it was a time limit on it, and at that time we were already leaving, packing up and all that. By that time, I was already faded.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't even went over there to talk to the police. But it was the same officer who I had seen earlier that day. And he was like, hey, bro, he showed me the time. It's 10:11. I'm like, oh, it is? Like, yeah, we out of here anyway. You feel me? About to go to the club. But yeah, that didn't happen. So one of the officers, I don't even go talk about it. But, you know, but we all, you know, just by me being in jail for those 3 days, brought me back to the time where I was in jail for that 8 months fighting that little time. And I'm like, damn, like, how can a nigga do this shit? Like, man, you missing out. Like, the biggest thing, you missing out on your family. Now that I got a son, when I was calling in, like, and my son, man, that boy's so smart. Like, it's crazy. Like, he's like, he knew where I was at.
Yeah.
I'm telling him, oh man, I'm at the store, you know, or I'm helping my dad, you know, why you didn't come home tonight? Like, you always sleep with me. Why you didn't come home? And that shit just hurted me. Like, I'm like, damn, like, yeah, I can't do this jail shit, especially when I got a kid now. You feel me? Like I said, I was claiming kids already, but I wasn't really talking to those kids like that. I was only talking to them when I see them in the hood. You feel me? Like, these is kids that live in the hood that didn't have a mother or a father, you feel me? So, you know, I'm going to be there for them kids, you feel me? Help them as the best way I can help them.
Yeah.
Not trying to take that mother or father position, even if you did have a mom and dad in the home.
Trying to be a good role model.
Thank you. That's the word I was.
Hey man, one day in jail is a day too long away from your family, bro.
Yeah,
but
them 3 days was definitely too long for me.
I'm gonna say this before we get out of here. I got one more question that I want to ask you. You talked about the rare disease that you have as far as, you know, you being able to produce, but you was blessed with a son out of it, right? Talk about fatherhood, what it meant to you, and that being like a miracle type of situation for you, for God to bless you to be a father and keep your legacy going, like you mentioned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us about that. What it have done for you?
Okay, so man, like, I never even thought about being no father. You feel me? Like, an actual father. You feel me? Like, a role model for the young homies in the hood. That's all I really thought about doing. You feel me? Is being a big homie to my young homies. You feel me? But then when I started getting older, you know, and I still didn't want a kid for myself. You feel me? Like, that legacy of my last name, yeah, I wanted that, but I wanted it when it was like I was ready for it. And I'm not gonna say I was forced into be ready for it, but like, that 30 years did scare me. You feel me? And to have nothing to fall back on that when I come home after the 30 years, you know, would have been like, me personally, I would have been ashamed of that. So okay, so my son, what I have now, he's not my biologically son. You feel me? He's I don't want to say that. I don't want to say the I know the correct term, I just can't think of it. But I don't want to say the word that I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say that. But he's from somebody else, you feel me? So, but the crazy part is, you feel me, and God works in mysterious ways. Like, this little boy looks directly like me, you feel me? He doesn't look like the person he came from, you feel me? Like, he looks nothing like that guy, you feel me? He looks like my girl, and he looks like me, you feel me? And it's crazy because a lot of people don't know about what I got. They probably will know now after this, but all my family, all my big homies, all my aunties, my friends, like, they know about what I got going on, but they like, man, like, that's your baby, bro. Like, some of your stuff got into your girl, my guy, and that little boy looked just like you. He act just like you. You feel me? He's smarter than me for sure. But like, everything that he does is like an imitation of me. You feel me? And it's like, my dad is my number one influence. My mom too, but like, I'm a daddy's boy, you feel me? Like, a lot of guys can't say they daddy's boys because they didn't have a father figure in their, but
Keep going.
But I'm a daddy's boy, you feel me? So, you know, me having this kid, it just, that one foot in, 1 foot out shit is getting closer to getting out.
Yeah,
You feel me? So like, cause I don't want him to grow up the way I grew up. You feel me? Becoming the black sheep of my family and being rebellious and all that. Like, nah, like that was, now that I'm 39 years old, all that shit was dumb as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was dumb as fuck. Like, I didn't have to become the person that I am today. You feel me? I could have been somebody way better. You feel me? I could have been a Barack Obama, a doctor, you know, something better than what I am right. I mean, what I am right now, I'm good. You feel me? I'm good. But to get here, I didn't have to take all them steps and losses and mistakes to get where I'm at right now. Like, I could have just lived a straight, narrow, regular life.
Yeah.
But I chose to go
play
this
around.
way, that way, and all that. You feel me?
But you know, you can't blame yourself for things you did as a kid. You feel me? That's what happened.
I don't. But
Everybody got them type of situations where we all think that shit was dumb, but that's how you know you grew, because you know you see that shit was dumb. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't do the same thing as I do as I was a child.
Facts.
No lie. Hey man, we appreciate you for coming
Appreciate
through,
y'all.
bro. Gotta have you again, man.
Yes,
For the
sir.
people, man, y'all tap in to my partner, man, Spook at South Bay Music Management.
Music management. That's my only page. I got another page, but it's being reconstructed right now. You feel me? But that's my only page. You know, you can holler at me if it's about music, if it's about life. You feel me? I'm a life coach too, not an official life coach, but you know, I help a lot of people. Like, you'll be surprised the things that I know. You feel me? I might look like this, but I'm a real smart cat. You feel me?
Most definitely.
You know,
Most definitely.
intellectual.
Down and
Talk
diligent, man. Y'all tap in, y'all follow, like, subscribe. Hey man, we appreciate y'all. Thanks for having me.
Sir.
I'm down and diligent.